With only 2 episodes left before Outlander ends forever, Jamie Fraser might actually die at the Battle of Kings Mountain, and the most shocking part is that Claire might be the only one who can bring him back. We are this close to the finale and the show is throwing everything at us at once. Lord John Grey has been kidnapped. William and Jamie have finally made peace after all that pain and anger. Fanny just found a gemstone and heard the buzzing. And somehow all of this has to wrap up in a way that also connects to Blood of My Blood Season 2. So let us sit down and break down everything that is coming, because this final stretch is more layered than most people realize. Starting with episode 8, the moment that hit the hardest was Lord John Grey getting kidnapped, and the timing of it made it even more devastating because it happened right after Percy's betrayal. Lord John Grey is one of the purest characters this show has ever given us, and he did not deserve any of that. But here is the silver lining. William has finally let go of his anger toward Jamie, and a huge part of that credit goes to Claire, who had that conversation with William and brought him back from the edge of his own bitterness. So now in episode 9 we are going to see a father and son rescue mission, and honestly the idea of Jamie and William working together side by side for the very first time is something fans have waited years to see. Once Lord John Grey is rescued, he is likely going to return the favor by standing beside Jamie at the Battle of Kings Mountain, and that battle is where things get truly dangerous. Because in the episode 9 promo we see Benjamin Cleveland, who Jamie himself calls the devil, and that is not a label Jamie gives lightly. Cleveland loves war the way normal people love peace, and his presence could completely shatter Jamie's battle strategy and push him into a position where survival is not guaranteed. That is where Mr. Whittaker becomes critical, because Claire literally brought his baby back to life, and a man who owes that kind of debt does not walk away when the moment comes. He is going to be there for Jamie, and the question is whether it will be enough. Now here are the 2 theories that are circling, and both of them are completely valid. First, and honestly the more emotionally powerful one, is that Jamie gets mortally wounded at Kings Mountain. Mr. Whittaker carries him back to Claire. In what would be one of the most romantic and heartbreaking scenes in this entire series, Jamie dies in Claire's arms, only for her to bring him back using the blue light. And here is the detail that makes this theory feel real. The cast list for episode 9 includes Murtagh and Dougal and Fergus, characters who are not simply showing up for no reason. If Jamie is near death, it would make complete sense for him to see the most important people from his past in those final moments before Claire pulls him back. The second theory is less dramatic but still meaningful. The combined help of Lord John Grey and William and Mr. Whittaker, the battle is won more smoothly than expected, and Jamie does not die. And the Jamie Fraser that Frank's book recorded as having died was actually someone else entirely, who was simply mistaken for him. Both endings work, but the first one would close out this love story in a way that feels earned and epic and completely true to who Jamie and Claire are. Now moving into the Blood of My Blood connection, because this is where things get really interesting. Even before the Outlander finale aired, we already saw the Blood of My Blood Season 2 teaser, and that timing was not accidental. In that teaser we still do not know whether Henry and Julia successfully time-traveled. The key detail here is that Henry no longer has his gemstone because he dropped it during his very first time travel. Without a gemstone they could have landed in completely the wrong time and potentially even been separated from each other. One theory that feels genuinely possible is that Henry ends up in Claire's timeline within Outlander itself, while Julia and baby William get pulled somewhere else entirely. If Henry meets Claire, she could teach him how to navigate time travel, and then either Claire or Roger could actually accompany him back to rescue Julia. That would be a direct bridge between the 2 shows that feels organic rather than forced. And then there is Fanny. In episode 8, Fanny found a gemstone and started hearing the buzzing, which means the stones are calling to her just like they called to Claire all those years ago. If Fanny learns from Claire what the stone does and then secretly uses it to find Faith, she might not land exactly where she intended. She could end up in the Blood of My Blood timeline, and suddenly her story does not end with Outlander. It continues in a whole new chapter. The finale of Outlander is shaping up to be something that does not just close a story but opens a door, and everything from Jamie's possible death to Fanny's gemstone to Henry's displacement in time suggests that this ending is going to feel like a beginning as much as it feels like a goodbye. If you want to stay ahead of every theory and breakdown before the finale hits, make sure you subscribe, because we are not stopping until we have every answer.